if the filibuster is going to be reformed, what needs to be done to make that happen is to get those who are stopping the reform from happening to sign on. That seems pretty clear. Well, oh my God, there was an opportunity that opened up this morning. Eric Wasson on Twitter reporting, Schumer says 9 senators will meet with Manchin this morning to try to convince on filibuster carve out. He says only 2 senators oppose such a carve out, which Eric Wasson then clarifies 2 Dem senators. We get it, Eric. You don't need to clarify that. All of the Republicans are against it. We get what you're saying, buddy. So anyway, Schumer was bringing in a couple of hired guns. Harvard professors Stephen Levitsky and Daniel Ziblatt, the authors of How Democracies Die, to present to the Senate Dem Caucus today at their virtual lunch on their research and the urgency of passing voter rights legislation to address growing threats to democracy. So that's good. So they're bringing in not only their colleagues, they're bringing in experts, academics. And so a couple of hours pass, a few moments later, that's in honor of JR there. Eric Wasson reporting, after this meeting, Schumer said, quote, "We're not there yet." Well, yes, that's sort of.
We're not where yet.
Anywhere, not anywhere.
Wait. So this is an answer to what happened in the meeting where they're supposed to present to the Senate Democratic Caucus at the virtual lunch their research and the urgency of passing voting rights legislation. Is that what Schumer's referring to? You haven't gotten very far with convincing Democrats that voting rights legislation is important. Not that they should be on board with changing filibuster rules to get it done, but simply that is an urgency behind passing voting rights legislation. That's what we're fighting over. That's what Democrats are fighting over, whether or not voting rights legislation is important. And the 2 senators that they're fighting with don't think it's very important. Say it like it is. Stop saying, "Oh, we're not there yet." We're not there yet because these 2 don't believe in voting rights legislation. They're acting like Republicans. In fact, if they do believe in voting rights legislation, they're turning their back on it because Republicans rule them. Say it.
Yeah, or at the very least, the donors do. They're
donors. Yes, actually.
Manchin isn't doing anything, and someone in the chat said, I didn't see this. I in fact searched for it. That Cinema also was meeting with some people about. Oh well, I'm sure that's going to work out way better. I think by tomorrow, no more filibuster, just us. It's been Thanos. No, I don't. Like we cannot get okay. I want to be hopeful, and I want to be a source occasionally when it's rational of hope for the audience, but we also have to keep it real. Where reform of the filibuster sits is that we cannot get them to even agree to reform the filibuster so that the Republicans have to filibuster. We can't get them to even do that. Because by the way, the voting rights bill was filibustered this week. You may not have seen a lot of headlines about it because in addition to the Democrats, and by the way, when I say the Democrats, I'm not even just talking about Manchin here. Where's Chuck Schumer demanding that they actually speak? I want to see Mitch McConnell's neck like wobbling back and forth for the next 64 hours straight. I want to see that. Well, I don't have to, or I don't get to because Schumer's not requiring it. And the media in their headlines don't even call it a filibuster. They're like, blocked a simple majority vote. Oh, well, if only there was a definition for the thing that you just said. And so, no, they're not, they won't even make them actually filibuster. The country could, if you made them do 10 straight days, the Republicans, of reading the Cat in the Hat just to stop people from being able to vote, that might hurt them. Maybe it wouldn't, maybe our country is too far gone, but we could find out together, except now we won't have to, we won't get to. There's no cost to filibustering if you don't have to filibuster.
Yeah, if you don't even talk about it. Now, Republicans, my final thought on this is Republicans come out. We see Mitch McConnell coming out. We see McCarthy coming out, talking about the things they're gonna do when they win back the House and win back the Senate in 22. We're gonna punish Democrats. We're gonna retaliate against them for things that they did to us, which was nothing. If they get rid of the filibuster, I'm gonna pass the most extreme, stupid laws you could ever imagine. Go ahead, Mitch. If you pass the most extreme, stupid laws ever, Americans are gonna have to feel that. Why are we so afraid of them passing devastating laws? If someone says, "Hey, be careful, I'm gonna start cutting myself if you guys keep," yeah, hurt yourself then. That's your choice, bro. Don't come around telling me what you're gonna do when you have no power to keep controlling me when I do have power because the American people have voted me in office. When's the last time you heard Democrats say mandate? When's the last time you heard elected officials that just got elected say, "Hey, the American people elected me, and I'll step aside"? Republicans do it all the time. Republicans do it when they don't have a mandate.
Yeah.
People believe it anyway.
Yeah, step one is always claim a mandate. It could be the closest election ever, and sometimes is, and they will claim the biggest mandate history has ever seen.
They're claiming mandates before they've even won in 22 right now.
Yeah, it's just so frustrating.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.